Yes, absolutely, 100% yes. This game is probably game of the year. Oh my god! If there was any Telltale game that I would have if I had Steam and I have everything I needed to start a YouTube channel, if I had money or anything, I would definitely go and play this game with my cheat sheet, aka any other YouTubers playing it. This game is an absolute menace to the gaming community. It is perfect. It is a really great, heart gut wrenching, heart pulling video game. It's more likely to be an episode instead of a video game. But I understand why they made it as an episode. Now I'll be honest with you, sports fans. I obviously thought there was going to be a canon ending because I just don't know what is the game concluding to. Okay, first of all, we need to discuss one more thing. Spoilers, all right? Not one more thing. They do things. Spoilers. There's absolutely a lot of spoilers if you haven't watched Dispatch at all. If you haven't, what are you doing, my guy? What are you doing? Eating Twinkies? No, go get your butt up and go watch Dispatch from any other YouTuber, whoever you want. And then if you heard of there's a guy who picked the Invisigal route or Blonde Blazer route, and it's fine. It's on you. Who am I to tell you? What do you decide? The second of all, yes, the route is basically, this game is basically just the baddie wars, a civil war baddie wars to discuss who should we go to, who should we smash, who we cracking. And obviously, I'm not this kind of person. Like, I'm gonna crack this. I believe in marriage, and I believe I'm speaking too much. But anyways, yeah, let's get into it. Let's discuss what will need to be discussed. Now, before we discuss, I need to put out a few pointers here. I've already made a video about this like a few days ago, probably on Monday, and I'm definitely not gonna, tell the whole thing like what I said yesterday about the gaming and this and that. What I'm going to focus is what were the conspiracies, what were true, and the routes. What were the perfect routes, and what my opinion on both routes. Yes, I did watch both routes to understand the both sides of this civil war we're having in the gaming community. But before we start, I want to give a great big thank you to ACOG for creating this game. I know the employees are supposed to make this game, but everyone working in ACOG Studio who's working on this game, thank you for the creators, the directors, the animators, the game developers, the voice actors. The voice actors, like a lot of YouTubers were in there. I know, appreciate, and most importantly, almost everybody who worked there, who really put their heart and soul into this game. I just want to say thank you. My gosh, thank you. And also, since ACOG Studio is probably going to pull out a Season 2, it's probably confirmed, I hope they're not working too much on the project, so be careful, ACOG Studios. You wouldn't want that. You should focus on one thing instead of, focusing on different projects. But once again, thank you for this game. Now, back to one more thing I had to say. I won't be showing clips like last time where I flipped my camera and show clips of, Dispatch. I'm just gonna, tell you good old Moist Critical style of talking. It's funny because Moist Critical was also in this game. Now let's get to the main thing. The baddie war, the civil war against Invisigal and Blonde Blazer. The reason why I'm basting out and discussing it all here instead of like the Robert Robertson or superhero themed dimension, because it is basically what the game is about. It ties the poles up between going this route and this route, and it does changes a lot in here. And let's go with that first. So let's go with, well, first of all, let me say one more thing. I'm not in neither of both teams. I am right in the middle. I am your ambassador. I am the man in the middle who's here to discuss you. I do not pick up both sides, and I will try to understand both sides, and probably we'll put a peace treaty in this gosh darn game, so we can all sit down and say, hey, they're both great. Let's just agree one thing. Sonar's the best one. He's the hottest. I wish we could romance her. Why didn't we? Okay, now let's go to whatever that was. Let's talk to the first route, the Invisigal trait, because there's this YouTuber I watch who went through that route, and I'm sticking with it, and it is my my basis of it. So let's go start with Invisigal debate, starting from now. Now for the Invisible Gal stance, I understand what you guys are going. You're not just the basis because of that one episode. I understand you people. I understand. Like, what is the charge? Cracking a baddie, a succulent tomboy baddie. And I already discussed this before back in my other video. And I say yes, there are some things that we cannot agree with. Like Mandy. She's really hard to discuss with. She's hard to understand. And her attitude and how he treats, how she expresses herself really can get into someone's nerves because, you're not used to people like, who's like mean and like mean who punches you because of all the gushy feelings. I can understand that, and I don't want to discuss that anymore further because this video is not about that. Well, the second part is I wanted to tell you is that yes, it is hard to understand with her. However, during episode 6 and episode 7 and 8, in the last episode she let Chase die. Everybody wanted her out because she disobeyed and got Chase killed, which is not the point of that. Okay, let me make this clear. She did that obviously because she wants to be redeemed, and she knows that if he returns the astral pulse back to Robert, he will like, hey, can you forgive me? I got you this. But obviously so the conspiracies about this is, first of all, she hid the astral pulse somewhere because she knows that Shroud is coming and everyone's gonna be afraid. The second one is conspiracy is yes, she worked with Shroud, and the moment that she did something terribly wrong, the moment she saw Roberts in the face to face, she switched sides and went to the Phoenix program. Now this became a national debate, like not really a national debate. It's mostly a debate of the theme of the game. Should we redeem someone? How far they come? Basically, is how far can you go to forgive someone or trust someone as this far enough that you went to the game? How far you went to this character? And she's obviously doing this because she loves Robert. Now let's get to the emotions. Now, if I was in this game, I would definitely not make anyone upset. And during like an episode, I don't know which episode was it, but there is this scene where in the bathroom that she confesses everything, that her asthma was getting worse, and she did this job for Shroud and everything. And she confesses that her feelings are actually he really has feelings for Robert. And I understand that because for those who don't know, who are weak-minded, okay, I'm not making funny, but let me explain this to you. Obviously, her life is poodle, okay, dog doo-doo, okay. It's terrible. But then Robert comes into his life and actually gives him hope. He's the only person that actually like cares for him, other than blonde Blazer. But Robert and Invisigal work together, and it was really great. I understand their chemistry and how they work together, their relationship, how all the chemicals mix together. It does seem natural to them to hang out and probably be a couple at some point. I understand that is a great thing to understand, that she's hard to work with, but she's clear-minded and she's definitely what she had to say. And in the game, the more you forgive her and trust her a lot, and there's so many scenes like and you ask her, can we forgive her? And then another scene, would you help me to get loose, as when Royd handcuffed him because he thinks he was reporting to the astral pulse, but no, he was just trying to help. And there's a whole lot of things to do with trust here. So there is people said there was a bad ending, and I already saw the bad ending, and there's a friend ending and the love ending. Now to get the bad ending is to not trust her at all, and you're just gonna have to watch it yourself. But for the friendship ending, there's gonna be, I'm gonna discuss that later, with the love ending because they kind of match. In the love ending, you're gonna have to trust her fully and give her all of it, and lean into that kiss, yeah. And maybe maybe don't went too far. So apparently, you're gonna have to trust her a lot because that's what she needs right now, because no one actually believes her. But now she's trying to reach that redemption and gaining trust to other people. It's a hard thing because she set the stones of not trusting other people, but Robert has the feet to walk her road to trust. Damn, that's so crazy. Yeah, so she laid down the trays of to forgive her, and it's filled with, she laid down the road to trust her, or to believe in her. She let it out with spikes and nails, and Robert was the only one there was willing to bleed and walk to her for her trust. And in the end, you get love, and it's happy in the sunlight and kissy kissy. Yes. And I think it's worth it that no matter how hard it is, you try, it will be worth it once you get someone redeemed, and how you see people change. The game is basically teaching us, like, hey, this person wants to redeem, but she's obviously making a lot of effort, but she's really hard to communicate with. But if you understand and trust her, just give her one shot of this, one shot, aka a shot to the shoulders with a bullet. Spoilers. She will be redeemed, and it is worth it. I saw the love ending part, and it was worth it. I think it is one of the best endings if you can give her for a great redemption, and that is what I call redemption. Sacrificing for someone who gives a lot to him, and he gives it back. Now that's all the gushy stuff about Invisigal. I'm happy for people who got that ending. Good for you. Now for the blonde blazer, aka Mandy. Now I'm gonna stamp it right here. Wait, hold on. Let me just wait for a few more seconds. Okay, right here. So yeah, blonde blazer. It's pretty simple that they have communicated. Now for the conspiracy that people think that she is Shroud herself, or she's Shroud's daughter, we couldn't have gotten that. Now, but we didn't have that. So whatever. And I love her dedication to help Robert during episode 6 where he was in the bar, and also in episode 7 when he's in the bar, and episode 8 while he was fighting either Sonar or Coop, depending on who you fired. And to me, it kind of shows that the game is really trying to make you like, hey, it's supposed to be this. You were supposed to work together with Blonde Blazer, and you actually fell in love with her. But the game makes it so hard to see that, because in the other episodes makes it like we need to pick Invisigal as like the actual love interest, which is what makes it great, because it is confusing which to choose of who do you want to be in the end. And the relationship with Blonde Blazer and Robert is really well grounded and well matured of how it is. Big blonde mommy, coming here to save you with her superpowers, and that's great. And I understand that. And the relationship seems normal. And in the end, yes, Invisigal do accept that you're basically belong to Blonde Blazer. Not belong. What is this? A slave? I mean, your relationship with Blonde Blazer and Invisigal is neutral, and he's okay with that. Now, in the beginning, I didn't trust her. Yes, I know, but trust me, I'm not a Blonde Blazer hater. I understand where are you going with the silky hair, the powers, the Mandy. I understand, okay? Please don't be mad at me, Blonde Blazer group. Now, to be honest, I was not trusting her from the beginning, because she was so forward to us and immediately wants to change relationships when she had a boyfriend before, and not trying to, broke up after. Because it is kind of weird to me that before you broke up, you already made your decision to broke up and let someone kiss you. But we did kiss someone without consent in the episode. But the point is, what I'm saying is, it really was a bit scary to me to trust Blonde Blazer, but until the end, she was really just a really nice person who's really to help Robert with his job and what he did and how great he is with his dedication. In the end, you kind of understand the dynamics of Blonde Blazer working with Robert, because they are both trying just to do good. They're our natural heroes, trying to be one of the best, or just making the best out of everything in the world. They do have hope for the Phoenix team and the Z team. All right, I think I don't have enough more to talk with Blonde Blazer, but I'll give you one more thing to give you Blonde Blazer. She is a supportive person. Unlike, okay, here's the debate, so you Blonde Blazers do not be mad at me. She is actually more supportive of us working. She's supportive of us, having on our backs, instead of Invisigal disappearing. I understand why Invisigal disappears, because any problem she probably faced to her she disappears because that's the kind of person he is, and I understand her because that's not the kind of person who solves this problem and then just face it and or like support it, or he was guilty before. But I understand that, but with Blonde Blazer, she is supportive of how he was with Chase and how he was everything. Instead of Invisigal not even visiting us at the hospital, I understand you. I understand you guys. We're the same, okay? You and me, okay? We got this. And that's it. That's all the debate I have, okay? The redemption part is great, okay? This is what's a really well-written game. Props to the writers, man. That is an amazing game. The characters are really well grounded and stay true to their characters. Mostly Invisigal, Invisigal and Blonde Blazer, who stay true to their character, and Robert Robertson. But the Robert Robertson is depending on what do you pick, because it does change it. Like, you know what, I don't forgive you, and there's always a second chance. I'm feeling that is confusing with the game, which comes to my next debate. The flaws in this game. Yes, there are flaws. There's nothing perfect about this game. It is almost a perfect game, which is not, which it makes it great. There are imperfections that makes it great. Now here's my one complaint. It's I had to say Shroud. Now I admit, Shroud is a great villain. However, his goals were pretty hard to understand. That, yeah, I guess he was trying to be the Yang and the Yang for California, so he's trying to be the yin and the yang in our superhero versus villain. So he's really truly a villain, but he said he was a superhero, but I don't understand. Maybe I should watch it back. I just don't understand Shroud's main goal. But they should give Shroud more food to chew on, because the more food to chew on we give the Shroud to chew on, the more he gets energized and healthy to eat and to basically continue on with his story. Makes him like a personal thing. I really do believe if Shroud was literally just the dad of Blonde Blazer, that would have been great, because it will just bring a lot of strings together. We'll tie some strings and really confuse, because in the end we do have the chance to spare or not to spare Shroud. And if we like kill Shroud, what would Blonde Blazer would think if we kill her dad, and what would her reaction to be? There's just so many theories to think. And I could have wished it was just Robert's dad. It was just Shroud. It could have been something there, but I guess they wanted to make a simple, hey, I forgot his name. Shroud is just the guy who used to work with Robert Robertson, who owns the Astral Pulse, but who also works with villains. And finally, the inconsistency of how they talk, but that's a whole different thing, I guess. Alright, that is it. That is all my discussion. I think this video is about to pop off, and my phone's about to die or something. It's gonna run around. But anyways, yeah, great writing, great animation, great gameplay. I love the dispatching gameplay. Great characters, great songs. I know, Thought Squad was here, and I props to Thought Squad. Great voice acting. Jack Sakai, Moist Critical, one of my favorite YouTubers, was also there, and Malevola, I think it's her Marilyn, I don't know, but she's also great. Everyone, Aaron Paul and Haley Welsh, all great voice actors, and most importantly, how it presents itself and how the game is. That's all I have to say. Great game. Rating 9 out of 5. It is a great game. You have to try it if you have the chance, or just watch all the routes. It really just, shows that picking and who you choose and your decisions kind of matter depending on what you give. So anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say. Good job, ACOG. ACOG, whatever. That's a great game. Thank you. And I hope we get, Game of the Year awards, depending on, if it is. That's all I have to say for this game. Wow, what an amazing thing. It just puts a smile on my face the whole time watching this. From 1 to 8. Really great. I hope we can get a season 2. Let's hope the season 2 gets good and better. That's all. See ya.